Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, and I'm back this time with my review of the DC Universe Classics Walmart exclusive Crime Syndicate 5-pack. Now get a good look at them here in the packaging. These guys have been out for quite some time, but I just couldn't convince myself they were worth 75 bucks. They finally went on clearance and they were half off. They were about $37 altogether. So I went ahead and picked them up. Great looking pack. As you can see, you get Superwoman, Owlman, Ultraman, Johnny Quick, and Power Ring. Now, on the back of the packaging here, you've got a pretty immense read-up about each one, so we're just going to pan over it, and if you want to, you can pause it and read it yourself. Although I will give it credit, they do mention that they're having, Owlman and Superwoman are having an illicit affair, so kudos for that on a toy that's going to be in a children's toy section, even though it is meant for an adult collector. I just find hilarious. So, not a lot to say about the packaging itself. Let's open them up. And ladies first, we'll be having a look at Superwoman. A very nicely detailed figure here. Just really loving her overall design. Of course, let's get a close-up of that face sculpt. Really nice. She's got her little necklace there. I'm really loving how they detailed her hair. She's got some blue in there just to kind of make it pop. Her cape's really nice. So yeah, really great job of detail. As far as her articulation, she can do a full, well, despite the cape, she can still do and shoulder pads, she can still do a full 360 at the arms, which is really nice. Her arms still go out. They spin right there at the bicep, bend at the elbow, and spin at the wrist. So some really nice articulation. Got a very nice ab crunch going there. Turns at the waist, can do a full 360. Legs go forward, back, out, spin at the quadricep, bend at the knee, and have an ankle joint. So some really nice articulation as well. So, no accessories, which is unfortunate, but at the same time, oh, she's also got some blue detailing on her boots. I'm really loving the just overall detail on her. So, that being said, let's actually move on to the next figure. Next up, we have Johnny Quick, who's obviously the Flash's evil opposite. A pretty simple costume, obviously, even when considering it's mirroring the Flash. But they've done a really nice job. Of course, let's get a look at that head sculpt. See how his wings come off up to the side, which are really nice. So yeah, as far as detail, not a lot to get right, but what's there they absolutely nailed. As far as his articulation, his head does some slight up and down. Does a full 360. Arms are on a ball joint. Go out, do a full 360. Spin at the bicep. Bend at the elbow. And actually, they don't appear to spin at the wrist. Oh, there they go. They're just a little stiff. Very nice ab crunch. Does a full 360 at the torso. Legs go out, back, and forward. Spin at the quadricep. Single joint at the knee. And have an ankle joint. So you can do a lot of nice running poses with this guy, although it would help if he had a base to kind of prop him up on for some of those running poses. But let's actually get him posed here. And that being said, we'll move on to the next figure. And here we have Power Ring. Now, Power Ring is a very nice looking figure. Of course, the evil opposite of Hal Jordan. And he is an just epic looking figure. If you follow my Green Lantern DC Direct reviews, you know I'm constantly griping that they don't do a very good job on the ring. Here I was worried they might actually reuse a Hal Jordan ring, but he's actually got the proper little V on there to, well, it's not really a V, but you can see it's kind of his logo, which is really nice. Nice little evil sneer on his face. So, you can see here the green stripes down his outfit, and to be a completely green outfit with the exception of his head and gloves, they really did a nice job of shading it well. You can see the boots are definitely a separate piece. He has the exact same articulation as Johnny Quick, although his ab crunch seems to be a little bit stiffer. But other than that, it's the exact same, so no point in going over it all again. So moving on. And here we have Ultraman, of course the evil opposite of Superman. A very nice looking figure here. Now let's actually get a close-up on his detail. I'm loving his face sculpt, how he's got that cocky little sneer on his face, his lips kind of curling up. Of course, he's got the U, he's got the various little dots on his waistline there, as well as his elbows. Now, As far as his articulation, he does have the same as Johnny Quick in Power Ring. But the cape hinders his arms ever so slightly. You can still do a full 360, you just gotta watch it. The cape is actually not attached at the shoulders. As you can see there, it's attached at the back. His elbows are pretty stiff thanks to this little elbow pad. And as far as his waist articulation, he can do a natural range of left and right. But anything beyond that is going to bend these little silver tabs out. So, yeah, a little bit hindered, but honestly nothing horrible. He still does have the natural range of movement for a DC Universe Classics figure. And that being said, let's move on. And here we have Owlman, my personal most wanted out of this set. Owlman, besides being the evil opposite of Batman, also comes with the only accessory in the entire 5-pack, which is, I don't know, an Owlorang? I don't know exactly what to call this thing. But it did come kind of warped. I've been trying to flatten it back out, but it's still an okay little accessory. Some superb detail on this guy. I'm loving the new helmet sculpt they've got for him. Of course, I'm just overall loving the design of his outfit, just all together. I'm glad they went for the more modern Owlman helmet instead of the classic one. So, you see the cape's really nicely detailed. So, as far as his articulation, much like with Ultraman, the cape is hindering a lot of it, but to a bigger extent, seeing as it's a little more massive. His arms can't really go out, and they can only really go forward, and even then it's kind of limited to about here. He still does have the full range, spins at the bicep, bends at the elbow, spins at the wrist. His ab crunch is there, but there's no real movement in it. Legs are pretty much unhindered because his cape has kind of got these tatters at the bottom, so it moves back and forward and out just fine, although out is very stiff. There we go. So yeah, an absolutely beautiful figure. As I've already said, my most wanted out of this set. Too bad the Owlorang came bent, but I mean, once again, I don't even know if Owlorang is the proper name for this thing. When it's in his hand, you'll never be able to tell. So that being said, let's move on to our final thoughts on this entire set. And here we have the entire Crime Syndicate 5-pack out. Now, I definitely dug this set. There's a lot of, unlike other past 5-packs, mainly the Gotham pack and the Green Lantern pack, which are the only other ones we've had, there was a lot of new sculpts in this set, even though the main bodies were the same. I think every head sculpt was completely new, although Ultraman, I still don't have that 2-pack, so I can't compare. Now, I was kind of bummed out at the lack of accessories and bases. Now, to be completely fair, the Gotham 5-pack, I think the only accessory in that one was Catwoman's whip, so they're even with that one. But the Green Lantern 5-pack, everybody had a lantern. So even a base would have been something. $75 was way too much for this set. Now, I know there's going to be somebody out there who's like, J-Train, they're $15 a piece, that's fair. Yeah, but for $15, with a DC Universe Classics, I usually get a figure, a couple of accessories, and a Collect and Connect piece. So, you're charging me that price for characters with less. Although, $37 was more than fair. I definitely recommend going to your local Walmart. At the time I'm making this video, there's still a couple at their little clearance sections. Pick this up if you're a DC Universe Classics fan. They're absolute must-owns in my book. And that being said, this is JTrain997, and I'll see you soon, YouTube.